Welcome back to episode 241 of the IO panel. I'm today's host, James. With me, as always, my two bosom buddies, best pals, A1 Boone Coons, Mike and Evan. Excited to be back this week on schedule for episode 241, December 5th, 1997, 2021.
This is me showing excitement for all of those
exactly
auditory sensitive folks out there.
There we go.
Anno Domini, or CE.
In the year 2000.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Very exciting stuff. All right. Yeah, glad to be back. Glad to be on schedule. Hopefully this show will be out on time today, so that should be good for everybody who's listening. On the 6th, maybe.
Who can say?
We may never know.
Might come out the 1st of January. Who knows?
In case that's so, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Yeah.
And Merry
New Year's,
Christmas.
everybody. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year's. Happy Kwanzaa.
Yeah, we're covering all the bases. Happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Let's do the catch-ups. Michael, how you been, man?
Oh, okay. Well, I've been all right, you know. No longer living in a box. No longer fighting the shakes.
Look at that.
So,
it comes full circle. Full circle. There you go.
Point of personal privilege. You are still living in a box, however, not as cramped of a box.
Well, true. That is true. Things are going okay.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna be living in a new apartment soon. By the time this episode airs, be moving into the new apartment. So that'll be good. On the top floor. That way, if you jump off the balcony, it's guaranteed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
You don't want any question when it comes to that. And actually, that brings up a good talking point that I will get to near the end of the show. So keep that in mind.
Okay. I have something else to talk about later in the show that relates to yesterday, but related to yesterday separately, we went furniture shopping.
Romantic.
So, yes, very. Went to Ashley, right? Went to Value City Furniture.
That's right.
Which, man, that is way more expensive than I thought it would be, based on the name.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, me having never been to one and not knowing what it was, you know. I guess I got certain expectations.
Looking for a sectional?
Maybe, yeah. So, get this. So initially the thought was, we'll get 2 love seats, right? Because according to James, we'll never be in the living room, which may or may not be true.
Well, you're gonna take a nap in there. You better get a real couch.
Well, so I mentioned, what if we have someone over, and they need to spend the night? Where are they gonna sleep? They're gonna sleep in a love seat, you know. So at the minimum, they need to sprawl out on a couch, you know.
I would suggest a decent quality air mattress.
Well, okay, that's another option, I guess.
Air mattress is something we could always do. I never thought, and in my defense, sorry to interrupt you, Mike, I didn't think about sleeping. I was just like, we're never going to sit in there. I was like, I'm not going to sit in there.
Mm-hmm.
My computer's not there. What the hell am I going to go in there
thinking
for?
about himself. And if anyone is coming over to stay on James's account other than his parents, then, it's pretty much for one reason, and they'll be in James's bed.
Yeah, or you just roll up on the floor.
Right.
Like the cat you are.
A pillow and a sheet.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so your name came up, Evan, a couple times.
Why?
Because we're like,
I'm a furniture expert?
No, maybe Evan will come over, maybe he'll hang out, and maybe he'll end up spending the night one time. That's all. And at the bare minimum,
possible, but I do own a house like 15 minutes away.
Well,
that's true.
Okay.
I forgot about that.
Oh, scrap it. We're back to 2 love seats.
2 love seats. Two recliners.
Well, no,
honestly, you can sleep in a recliner.
Oh, me and Matt, I can.
Me and Mike sat in the love seat next to each other, and we're like, oh no,
Nope.
this isn't gonna work. This is not gonna work. No, indeed. And a couch looks way better now.
Yeah.
So.
Well, yeah, true.
And the Ashley prices, even though I thought Ashley would be expensive, Ashley was pretty decent. So.
Yeah, so we'll probably end up getting a couch from there. Then we went to, I think it was at Value City Furniture. We found a dining room table and chairs that we liked. But then we went over to Bob's and found a similar table and chair, not the same, but similar, for nearly half the price.
Excellent.
So it's probably what we'll end up going with. Although I'll be honest with you, James, I do like the one at Value City Furniture more.
I do too. I do. I like it. I like it more as well.
But like you said, is it almost double the price? Like it more?
Yeah. That's my problem. Yeah.
I don't know.
When you say double the price, is that $200 or $1,000?
No.
Well,
Go ahead.
You go ahead.
I mean, the one at Bob's was $7.99 for 7 pieces, and the one at the other place was $13.99, I think, for 7 pieces. And one of the pieces was going to be you have the table, right? Then you have a bench and you have chairs. The bench is really nice. The chairs are really nice. Okay. The chairs aren't going to be in the country until June. All we can get is benches. So that's like one kind of holdup. It's like, do we want these benches? We want to get 2 benches and then like worry about chairs later?
No.
You know? I honestly, the benches are a nice novelty, but I don't want to only have benches to sit on.
Yeah. No, there's no back support. There's no nothing. Like you guys are not going to use them. The benches are going to be for guests only. And it's just you can't put them anywhere. Their sole purpose, you can't. Oh, I want to watch TV with a couple extra people. You're going to drag the bench over to the living room? No. Go with chairs.
Maybe, but either way,
get a used office conference table and 7 recliners.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
7 $2,000 Lazy Boy recliners.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, so the other one, yeah, it comes with all the chairs and a bench, and the table for.
What's with the bench?
For $7.99. The bench is actually nice.
So. You say that now.
Just you wait 3 months.
It's just gonna be. That's where you're gonna put your mail.
So I'm gonna put your mail.
For all the junk mail I signed up with your address.
Yes.
I'm gonna start doing that.
No, mail you send me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So anyway, that was our adventure yesterday. Then we went to go eat. We could talk about that now, James, or I'd put it in the Yum update.
No, let's do a Yum update.
Okay. So we went to go eat, but we'll discuss that in the Yum update later. And then we ended up going to someone else's house for another meal later, which I guess we can discuss in the Yum update as well. And this was the meal at someone's house was to celebrate James's birthday, which was Saturday or Friday. Mm-hmm. So happy birthday, James!
Mm-hmm. Yep. Thank you.
Another year closer to the big black.
Yep.
So anyway. Yeah, so that was Saturday. Yeah, and the rest of the week was okay, for me. Just a little work, a little this, a little that, The cat being a maniac, as he is, since he is a cat. That's what they do. So, yeah. Oh, I told them I went to Giant and spent $74 on like 3 things.
Been there.
Probably not literally 3 things, for probably like 10 things, maybe. So, yeah, and then they were appalled that I buy smoked oysters in a can. Apparently it's not a thing. Like, I invented it, and I started marketing them so I could buy them and then eat them. Like, I'm the only motherfucker.
It's your company. Yep.
Yeah, I'm the one who came up with this shit, and I'm just the grossest human being ever.
They are gross, and you are gross for eating them, but they are a thing.
We're gonna have to agree to disagree on that. Minus that they are a thing because they are. But I'm really surprised that none of you guys have experienced them, or maybe you have and you didn't like them. I don't know, but
I don't eat canned meats, so I wouldn't know anything about it. That's why you're gross. Canned meats.
That's a lie.
That's also a lie. I personally do not like most shellfish, so I do not like oysters.
Oysters don't bother me. The whole canned meat thing, and it's not because canned meats are necessarily disgusting. It's just that sodium, dude. I mean, salt is great when you put it in your own food and you make things and you use nice quality salt, and that's great. But when you're just eating fucking sodium because it's a preservative, and you're just like, this is fucking, I mean, that's not cool.
Well, James, that's why this great country, requires food labeling for nutritional information, so you can plan your day and your salt intake around whatever you want to eat. Also,
absolutely.
will you care to explain to us and the listeners how you make a tuna sandwich? How you personally, James, make a tuna
I go
sandwich?
fishing, get a tuna.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Of course you do. I forgot. Yeah. Sorry. My bad.
I can't think of the last time I made a fucking tuna sandwich, but yes, that is a canned meat that I've had plenty of times. You're absolutely right. Absolutely right. Take it back. All right, Evan, give us your rundown here. Give us your updates. What's going on with you?
Well, I'll tell you what. To run it back a little bit, use some of your I was about to say technology, your terminology. This Boone Coon has had a pretty good week.
Good.
I don't actually know what that means, but
it's probably racist. Don't worry about it.
Probably. Work was pretty chill. The week went by quickly. I caught up on a couple of TV shows. What We Do in the Shadows season 3.
I've heard that's really good.
The movie is fantastic. Season 1 of the TV show, which has a whole different cast, of course, is the best. Season 2 is all right. Season 3 is it's on a steady decline in my personal opinion. I also caught up on Wellington Paranormal, which is a spin-off that follows two basically inept cops in Wellington, in the city in New Zealand. And their manager, their chief or whatever, who is obsessed with paranormal policing. So there's like ghouls and monsters and stuff in the sewers around this town, and they go investigate.
I thought that show was British.
No.
Okay. It's from old NZ.
Yep, NZ. Yep. The greater Oceania region. I think.
Yeah, Oceanic.
But
I don't know.
It's their style of comedy. It can get kind of old. It's very deadpan, like dry humor.
Yeah.
And they play idiots. It's some of it's good, but it can get old.
Right.
If you're binging, but
So it's not British, it's Australian.
Nope.
Well, Mike, one or two countries would have a problem with you saying that. It's Kiwi.
Yes.
I'll put it's Kiwi television.
Oh, it's from New Zealand. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. The old NZ.
Yes. I see. Okay.
But it's fun, and they like some British television. They go to the extremes. We've complained about episodes going from like 20, 24 episodes down to 16, down to 12, down to 10. Wellington Paranormal has 6 episode seasons.
Oh.
So you can just blow through it and then,
Bro.
In an afternoon, and then you wait another year. So I'm not too happy with that, but it's
That's
not
horrible.
like my favorite show, so it's okay.
It's horrible. Okay. Anything else?
No. Well, I got Shroud's new mouse,
Nice. How's that?
the G303 Shroud Edition. It is bigger than the original wired version, and that is to its detriment, in my opinion. I like that it's significantly lighter, and wireless, which is nice. Those are positives. But it feels slightly more awkward to grip than the original because it is wider in the sort of in the waist than it should be by. Now it's only a few millimeters, but it is. I was gonna say it is tellable.
It's
you
a little
can feel
awkward in the hand, I guess.
Yeah, but it's what I do, so it is what it is.
Okay. Cool. Let's see what's going on with me. Let's see. It's my birthday on Friday. Birthday with an F. Turned 44, so that's exciting. I've mounted my 45th year.
I thought I was going to say I mounted my 50 cal, and I was like, what?
No. Let's see what else. I'm in the ranks of the unemployed officially after the first. Apparently, I was still employed up until the end of November, which is great. I was still getting
Nice.
paid. That's fucking cool. So I should have a couple more paychecks coming. I found out, but yeah, I'm
Nice.
now in the ranks of the unemployed. So looking for a job.
He's like, if anyone's hiring, let me know.
Yeah.
It's like,
when this
have
releases in
gun,
February,
will travel.
hopefully we'll still be I'll still be unemployed. Let's see. As you guys probably know, me and Michael are sharing an apartment. At least for the next couple years. We'll see how
boy.
long that lasts until we kill each other.
Oh boy.
Is that what's standard there? 1 year or 2 year leases?
2 years, I think. It's 2 years.
I thought Evan was like, "What's the standard there? Like barbarism, or like what's the
Like what's a Lord of the Flies
like-
type situation?
It's like, now when you duel, is it pistols or swords? How many paces?
Yeah, exactly. It's got to be a flintlock pistol, though. None of these, no
No
9mm,
no rifle barrels.
no 9mm automatics. you know,
Oh, you'll be
it's
happy.
got to take you 2 minutes to reload.
Yeah. You'll be pleased to know, Evan, I squeezed in a sauce for the goose, Mr. Savick, earlier this week.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah. Trying to
Oh,
get
that's right. I forgot.
trying to
about
get
that.
in one a week if I can. And I've been primed and ready, waiting for the right time to get in a little bit of stab at the heart of that hate, stabbing at the heart of hate, or whatever it is. Mm-hmm. I got the link. I got the page open here, so I'm ready
About
for
a
it.
little tachbe, you know. You've not experienced Shakespeare till you've read him in the original Klingon.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Mike, at first I thought you
So
were
crazy.
mocking Book. The wach, Lito, wach.
Oh,
Dude, that's a horrible language. I'm sorry.
it is. It is absolutely horrible.
Honestly, we've heard very little of it, but I don't like what I've heard so far. I mean, there's a lot of ches in Klingon as well, but it sounds more romantic. Now, James, are you going to work in Sulu's line? It's like, we'll tear it apart then, or whatever the fuck he says. Fly it apart.
I didn't
can
think
work on
about that. I'll work
That's
on
a good one. He's like,
That's
like,
that's
come
how
on,
we're
come
working
on.
the conversation.
She'll fly apart. Fly her apart then. Yeah. It's fucking great.
Yeah, that's more of a challenge.
That is great though. We should later on we could talk about the Star Trek we watched
Sure.
this past week. I don't know how long ago you guys ever watched the first movie. And how much you remember of it, but I did what you said. Oh, I don't want to watch that. I was like, all right, fine. But so I watched it Wednesday night myself.
Yeah.
So it's fresh in my mind now, and I'm like, whoa,
You
yeah,
made it all the way through?
dude. Yes, I did.
If so, I'm impressed. I stopped like 45 minutes short. I was like, I can't do this right now.
There's a lot of like big budget effects and all this stuff in there that I'm like, ugh. that I can do without.
Which one is this now?
Star Trek: The Motion Picture.
Yeah, the first one. I need to watch that. I need to get it together and watch that.
I mean, you don't. But if you want to challenge yourself, then
I mean, it's like it's not as bad as the Star Wars Holiday Special. I was gonna say it's one of those things like that. Like you got to watch it just to watch it, But but it's really not that bad. I mean, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah, no, it's it is. It's old Star Trek.
yeah.
Okay, let's so yeah, besides watching Star Trek this week, which you guys alluded to, we watch Star Trek on Thursdays, and I think I'll make a new room in the Discord called Screening Room. That way anyone can join, because we had someone join us. So if you want to join our Discord, okay. I don't think anybody has any problem with you guys joining us for Star Trek Thursdays. We're watching Discovery. You'll just have to come in out of order, and we're watching. Maybe we can squeeze in one Star Trek movie a day or a week or something like that. We'll have to figure it out.
Typically, we do Star Trek on Thursdays, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time.
Yeah.
Usually, we do a movie first, and then we'll do probably a Discovery episode.
Yeah.
Because that's what's airing right now. Although I wouldn't mind getting back to at some point.
He's like lower decks, like oh.
No, I don't care about that. I wouldn't mind getting back to the original series at some point.
Right.
We had said we would watch that, and we kind of fell off on that. So.
Original series and original animated series. We watched one episode of that. And
that I could honestly do without, but if you guys want to watch it, that's fine. I'll go along with it.
Well, we'll do original series. I mean, I know we did. We picked 2 movies we wanted to watch. We've already watched them, so.
Well, I want to watch all the movies in order.
Okay, all right.
So we watched 2. Next up is Star Trek 3, which is going to be a treat.
Oh God, Jesus. All right. So anyway, that's Thursdays, guys. If you're hearing the show on the 6th or the 7th, then it'll be the coming Thursday. It's every Thursday, at least until Discovery is over, and then Picard will start, or the Ansel Mount series will start. So we'll be watching. We always watch Star Trek together. So cop in and watch Trek with us. You're welcome to, and it'll be in the screening room of the Discord. Hopefully, I'll remember to make that today.
Yep.
Okay.
And Discord, there's a link to that on our website, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. IOPanelPodcast.com. One thing about Discord. If you please have the ability to mute your microphone if you have children in the background or are doing extra office work and have a loud mouse or keyboard.
Yeah. You're a loud fat-fingered scroller, and your name is Randall. Mm-hmm. Please mute your whole shit. Just mute your whole shit up.
Mute your whole shit up. Wow. Okay.
Okay. Anyway, we'll look forward to seeing you guys on Thursday. So that's what we're doing. I'm gonna jump ahead. Let's just jump into the news here.
Yes. Let us.
Let's see. What do we got here? Conservative role model and hero. Is he running for president again, Michael? Is he being frozen cryogenically so he can lead the future of mankind? Give us the update on what's happening with giant of a man, Bob Dole.
His bonitis.
his bonitis has caught up with him finally.
Finally, okay.
He unfortunately, Mr. Bob Dole, who ran for president several times in the past as a Republican, he has died at the age of 98. 98. Whew. Senator Robert Joseph Dole. He died early this morning in his sleep at the age of 98. Wow.
Great. Yeah,
he was injured in World War II.
Yeah, that's how old this fucking guy is.
Yeah, and that's why his arm is all fucked up, or his hand, or whatever. Yep, he was GOP leader in the Senate. Remember him especially in the 90s. Yeah. So whatever you think of him, but he's gone.
Yep.
So
whatever you think of him, he's dead now.
Yeah.
Bob Dole is old school, dude. He's like old school Republican. They don't make him like that anymore.
Racist, white.
Yeah. Did you happen to see
wait,
any?
They're all like that. Oh no. No, I'm kidding. What?
Did you happen to see any of the pictures that depict what he actually looked like in recent times? It's not good.
No, I have not.
What, like Prince Edward?
Yes.
Floating skull?
Yes. With like shriveled hands and fingers and stuff. I was like, I don't ever want to live to be like that.
When I see people like that, I think it's what is it? It's arthritis, right?
You look like old
Probably.
people.
It's arthritis and being 100 years old.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, okay.
Human beings.
Okay, Evan.
And
No kidding.
and being raised in the time of in the margarine wars, when butter was rejected, and people just shoveling in processed blocks of oil into their faces.
He's like
much
when
like
Bob
we do
Dole.
today.
He's like when Bob Dole came up, you could just shoot a black person. They didn't even it wasn't even a crime back then. It was just like whatever. Like, okay. Like
The margarine wars.
yeah, Evan went a little more benign with it. He's like the margarine wars. I'm like they shot black people. Like so we're on two different things, but that's okay.
All right. Let's just jump to the next one here.
Yes.
So this one I found. I don't know how we missed this. Honestly, this is like right up our alley. We should have talked about this right when it first happened. This is about a 3-month-old story now. This is just an update from 3 months ago. So there was a company who made phones. Evan, you should have bought this phone and tested it. It was called the company was called Anom, and they made phones that gave you absolute anonymity, and they had all this secret shit in it, where you had to press the calendar and do this, and it would unlock the phone and give you all these options and all this encrypted shit and everything like that. It was made by a company. I don't know where the company is based out of, but it was made by this company. The people who work for the company are like, yeah, we're selling these phones to corporations. It's great. Everybody loves it. Turns out, Anom was actually an FBI-run honeypot.
I was like, it's the CIA. And I was like, oh,
Yeah.
it's the FBI. Okay.
It's the FBI. So FBI had the owner, the guy who started Anom. They basically said, you want to get out of jail? Like, it's out of some shit out of a movie. You want to get out of jail time? Okay, start a phone company for us. Use your network of this criminal network that you have access to, and start selling them phones, selling them encrypted secret phones. And so this guy did it, and he started a whole company based on it, very successful. And they're shipping these phones all around the world. And the FBI, it's led to like 800 convictions. You know,
Dude, that's
That's
awesome.
impressive.
it's extremely impressive, actually. Now, the one of the wonky things is that a lot of places, this shit is just illegal. You know, so
Is America one of those places?
No. Like a Finnish court just threw out a finding they threw out the text messages from Anom because the way the FBI obtained it is illegal. So something to think about. That's happening too. That's obviously not the bulk of the situation. People are getting caught left, right, and center with this. But apparently nobody at the company knew except for the CEO. Everybody else at the company thought they were just selling products
Oh, they thought it was legit.
to corporations, like a totally legit thing, you know. So anyway, fun article. Feel free to read it, dig into it. I'm not going to go through the whole thing here, but really interesting stuff.
Nice.
That is interesting. Thank you for that, James.
No problem. Okay, let's jump on to the next one. What do we got here?
Chris Cuomo, the brother of former governor of New York, Andrew Cuomo. Chris Cuomo has been a pundit on CNN for a while. He had his own show every night, Monday through Friday. He was suspended last week on Tuesday from CNN because they started investigating his involvement with him trying to help his brother out way back when allegations first started to come out against his brother. And CNN hired some company or a lawyer, a law firm, whatever, to investigate a little bit. And then CNN said yesterday, Saturday, that they have terminated him now, effective immediately. So he's gone. I was like, God damn. So it's so funny. I was telling James before the show that I wish my mom was still around because she used to watch this guy every night or damn near every night.
I mean, a lot of people like Chris Cuomo. I mean, I'm not going to say I liked him, but my dislike of him was related purely to the way he dealt with liberal Democrats, because he was very center of the road Democrat-y type, bullshit guy, and they would shit on the Democratic Socialists and the Bernie Sanders and stuff. But otherwise, I mean, I was like, okay, whatever. Like, he's an opinionated fucking. He's just the usual shit, right? You know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, honestly, this didn't surprise me though, because when his brother went down, I was like, oh, he's been helping. Of course, he's been helping his brother. He's his brother, right? Now, I'm surprised. I don't think what he did was illegal. I think he just violated. Like, he was just.
No, I don't think it's illegal either. But it's
Yeah,
like
if you.
just against the policy of blah or whatever.
Yeah, they're like, he's like. They say in the thing like he was talking to his brother like he was a staffer for his brother's campaign, you know. And I was like, well, it's his brother. I mean, and basically he works in the political industry, right? So he's an educated source. He can talk to his brother about it. But I guess that's like violation. Like they're not allowed to do that, you know. And there's some sex scandal has come up too. I don't know anything about that, but they said that they like an hour ago something released saying Chris Cuomo, there's some sexual shit. Like, he was accused of something. I'm like, oh, well, maybe that's just some shit they shoveled on this guy's neck to get him the fuck out of the door. I don't know. Who knows?
My mom had told me, though, a while ago, and I didn't know. Maybe it must have been related to all this other stuff that just, you know, to his whole, you know, thing. Like, oh, he's helping his brother, blah.
Yeah.
But I had asked my mom, you know, because there was all this stuff in the news about Andrew Cuomo, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, so does Chris Cuomo ever talk about his brother, you know? Because I was like, that seems like something that would come up, you know? And she's like, no. She's like, he says he'll never talk about his brother. Like, that's just like a thing he won't talk about online or on the show, you know?
Yeah, I saw that thing. He
I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, he announced it. He's like, I'm not going to talk about this topic or whatever because it's a conflict of interest or whatever like that. So I guess he was pretending to do the right thing, but whatever, man.
Well, he didn't talk about it on the show. That's what he said he was going to do.
I feel, you know what I feel?
So
Number
whatever.
one, Brian Stetler, this video, he's like been rising to the top of CNN. This guy's fucking neck. This guy's whole head and neck is fucking stupid looking. He's just a fat white milk dud looking motherfucker. The guy who's in this article that you sent, posted on the link. If you guys want to know what I'm talking about, you need to look at the show notes. If you haven't looked at the show notes, you won't know how silly this guy's looking.
Look at this motherfucker.
I told you, he's a silly looking motherfucker.
Evan, you seen this?
He's the silliest looking guy at CNN.
Oh, the guy who wrote it, who's like,
yeah,
weird. Tim Garman, George Costanza guy.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my God! Wow. Yes. Wow.
Exactly. I just Googled this guy. I was like CNN Brian blah. And I like image search. I'm like, whoa, look at this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
He's a silly looking dude. Yeah. So if you guys don't know this, you guys don't know this. Tim Garman is our old boss, and he looked like this guy Brian Stetler, like a fat necked, fucking apple head, perfectly round skull, fucking smooth, margarine faced bastard. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, the best thing that could ever happen to this guy is that Chris Cuomo got fired. Because now he's getting to be on TV. He's going to take that smooth-ass head on TV. Anyway, so yeah.
No, the other guy is going to be on TV.
What other guy?
The guy who normally fills in for Cuomo. It says in the article, whatever the guy's, some weird name. Brian McCorshmish, or I don't know. I don't know the guy.
I'll take your word for it.
Whoever the fuck it is. Apparently it's the guy who normally fills in for him.
Okay.
So, well, at least he's going to fill in for him this week. Maybe he won't take it over permanently.
All right, we'll see what happens with Chris Cuomo in the future. I'm sure he'll have a book, or someone will have a book about it or something. You know, we'll hear more details about it over the coming weeks. I think another funny thing about that whole Chris Cuomo thing is the way CNN has like descended on the bones of his career and started like, yeah, he was a dirtbag who did whatever with his brother. Like Jesus, wasn't this guy your friend? He was just there a few days ago, bro. Yeah, it's a little cringe.
The guy who's going to take over the show, at least for this week, the normal guy who fills in is Michael Smirkonish. Something like that. I don't know who that is. So.
Who knows? All right.
I don't know who that is, but whatever. It's fine.
What's the next thing here? School shooting.
Yeah, so you guys may not have heard about this, but there was a little kerfuffle over in Michigan this past week. Um, so this was in Michigan, a 15-year-old shot and killed 4 of his classmates at a Michigan high school called Oxford High School. It's in a suburb of Detroit.
Okay.
And now I'm not sure exactly why this is going on. I haven't gotten the details, but his parents are also being charged for a crime. It says here they're being charged with 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter, and they were also briefly on the run. I guess they were quickly apprehended because here they are with their mugshots. But yeah, pretty interesting. So I'm not sure why the parents are being charged in this case and why parents were or were not charged previously, but that'll be interesting to see.
I saw a tweet about this overarching topic of like school shootings and everything, and the person pointed out the fact that active shooter drills are not as effective when the active shooter knows the active shooter drills.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Evan, let's be real. Let's say we're back at Einstein, right?
Uh-huh.
You want your goal, you're like, I'm fed up, I'm done, whatever the reason.
Right.
I'm going to kill 4 people in my AP chemistry class.
Okay.
Okay? Okay, how would you do it? And you don't really care about getting caught or anything, right? You're just like, I just want to do it,
I'd probably ask to go to the bathroom. So I'd leave, and most of the
So you're
most
in
of
the
the
AP chemistry class.
Correct. And
Now,
and
okay.
as a quick backstory, most of the science rooms had 2 doors.
Right.
So I would leave out go to the bathroom out the front door, circle around to the back door, after like 30 seconds or a minute or something, not to arouse immediate suspicion, open the back door and just start firing.
Okay. Done. So what's what's a drill going to do?
I don't know. Perhaps if I completed my mission there, went on to other rooms, although I don't know how quickly that information would be disseminated. Obviously, that amount of gunshots, roughly 15 to 20, I'll say, would be almost immediately recognizable. But I don't remember a quick way for the teachers to communicate information to the office and then that be like called out on the PA.
Maybe, for all I know, now under everyone's desk there's a fucking button they hit that's like school shooting button or whatever. I don't know.
There's probably something like that. Now, of course, when we were in high school, there were no active shooter drills that I remember.
Of course not. Yeah.
So honestly, I take no blame for this. It's all the Zoomers' fault.
He's like, I take no blame for this. If I shoot you, I shoot you. That's it. No.
Yeah, it's your fault.
Yeah. Oh man. No, I mean that's what I'm saying. Like, how would the only way it'd be like, you have to hear the shot somewhere else, and then react, right? But if it's just like you could literally be sitting there in your AP chemistry class, at your desk, literally pull out a gun from your backpack and literally start shooting straight from your desk.
Yeah, it'd be better, or you'd have more of a chance.
Or pull out your gun, stand up, and then start shoot, or whatever. It doesn't matter. But
that's the problem with these active shooters, right? Like, they can do any number of things to try to stop them, but besides like strip searching everybody when they come in the building and leave the building, and then doing a thorough search of the building every day to see if someone planted something to give to a student, you're not going to stop these school shootings. People just like get a bug. School's fucking, being a student in school fucking sucks. You deal with all this bullshit, all this shame and fucking growing pains bullshit. You're already fucking weak. You have no fucking family structure at home, but you got a gun. You bring it in, and the schools are like, some parents are like, we don't want fucking metal detectors here. This isn't the ghetto. Well, you don't have a metal detector. Kid's gonna bring a gun to the school and start shooting. You know, I don't know why they're going after the. Well, actually, no. I think they should go after the parents every time these things happen, because it's the parents' incompetence that led to this. In this, so I just quickly, while you guys are chatting it up, I'll just quickly like breeze through the article here. It seems like the parents were warned twice on two separate occasions that their son is something going on, and the last time, the day of the shooting, they came in. The kid had been waiting for 2.5 hours in the office because he had some weird drawings, and the parents came in and they said, well, look, take him home. And the parents were like, nope, get fucked, and they left. And then, of course, the kid went on to shoot people later on that day. So, I don't know. I mean, I don't think they should be arrested for that. I think they should be arrested just because they're
How did
responsible.
he get a gun?
Yeah, they're responsible for this. They're responsible for this kid.
It's their gun, right?
Yeah. Or the
Okay,
family
yeah.
gun or something like that, you know?
Well, yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying.
So, yeah, I mean,
As far as I know, a minor cannot possess a handgun.
yeah. Well,
Legally.
they probably can.
I mean, they can
Depending on where you're
hold
at.
one.
No,
You
they
know,
probably
but-
can from depending on where you're at. I mean, I'm sure there are places in the country where you can be 14 to own a gun, in a shotgun or something like that.
I mean, well, own is a relative term, right? But like, I mean, yeah, your dad can go buy a gun and be
give
like,
it
"Here
to
you
you.
go, Timmy. This is your hunting rifle, right,
Yeah.
or whatever." And you're 14 years old. Here you
Yeah.
go, right? Sure.
Can you go
Okay.
buy a gun? Probably not.
Probably not. Yeah.
Can you carry a gun legally? No, probably not.
No, probably not. Yeah, unless you're like with your parent and your guys are going to the shooting range or going to the
Yeah.
going hunting or whatever you're doing, right? So, yeah, fucking wild, man. Fucking wild.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Did you
I
guys
have
see-
a novel solution.
No
that?
backpacks. No backpacks. Did you see that? Have you seen
No,
those videos?
That doesn't
I've seen.
surprise.
I've seen those
yes,
videos.
I've seen them. Guy like dragging around a laundry basket and shit. Some
Yeah.
of those are like they're funny, but in a bad way.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. No backpacks. Problem solved, baby.
So here's my novel solution. Change the schedules. You guys remember how often you might have felt sleep deprived when we started class at 7:20 a.m.
Yeah,
as
man.
growing teenagers when we really need, like 11 hours of sleep a night, and it doesn't mesh with the parents' schedule and socializing and everything. They should start high school at, I'll say, 10 a.m. That way, in theory, the youths could have more rest, because sleep deprivation can have serious deleterious, how about that vocab word,
There you go.
effects on your brain and development.
I do agree that I think there should be a later start time. They had talked about that even when we were in school. Of course, nothing came of it. But
I mean,
but I don't know how it would work with parent schedules at all, because most people have to be at work by 8 a.m. or 9 a.m.
yeah. How
So,
much is
I don't know. You know.
How much is a kid's school schedule aligned with parents, because parents aren't there to watch them and they need to get rid of their kids during a certain time period? Like, I think a lot of it is dictated by that, right?
Yep.
So, yeah, I agree with you. I mean, I think kids should be able to have. I don't know. I wish we would figure out remote schooling better. You know, like some classes remote, some classes aren't remote. You know, kids maybe they go to a building once a week for physical education, and maybe a class called community socialization, where they sit down with other kids and learn not to be a fucking psychopath. But maybe English class could be just remote from home. You know, I don't know. I mean, there's a solution out there for this, but I don't know what it is. But you're not going to solve guns in schools until you take aggressive steps, which Americans just aren't willing to take. So, you know, we don't want to do anything about guns. We don't want to police the shit out of schools. So we're just going to keep seeing shootings, you know? Just as simple as that. This is what it is. You know? All right, sounds good. Okay, what do we got now? This is some local news. This came from Michael for sure. He loves the local news.
Yes, the man on the street.
What's this here? What do we got?
This is your dreaded social program, James.
Oh boy, here we go.
So this is
What's it going to cost me as the American taxpayer?
a cool $5 million. No, I don't know. Let's see here.
Probably more than that.
Guaranteed Income Pilot Program that's going to be starting here in Montgomery County, starting in 2022.
Are there age restrictions?
So it says the program will provide direct cash payments of $800 per month to 300 county households for 24 months.
That's nothing. Fuck that. I thought. I mean, you said pilot program, but I assumed they were like rolling it out countywide for 6 months or a year or something.
So it says special appropriation of nearly $2 million will be introduced at the council to fund the program, with additional financial support from the Mayor Foundation, whatever that is, like MEYER Foundation.
So, assuming it sees success, this might get rolled out in like 2028.
Yeah, probably. But this, wealth and income inequality. But they're giving out $800 a month. That's nothing. That's literally nothing. Like, who's this for? I'm baffled.
It's
about
a
who's this
nice
for.
bonus if you already work full time and perhaps have a 2-income household.
Yeah,
That's a nice little extra bit. But for someone to like, I guess it maybe you can find a small room in a house with 4 other people, and that be enough, barely for room and board.
yeah.
Maybe, I don't know.
We're gonna have to have a show where we talk about this, not just about this, but like this makes me think about like where people like expected to live. Like the way housing is done right now just has to change. It's just not going to be good. And yeah, you're going to have to live in a house with 4 people. If you did that, then you could do this. Maybe
Or move to Bratislava and live
Yeah.
on $100 a month.
Oh yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
There's an apartment building next door to me that has very reasonable rents.
Oh, Pearl? Yeah, how much does
No.
that cost, Michael?
No, not that. I'm not actually being facetious.
Oh, okay. I thought you were being. I thought you were
He's
trolling
like,
here.
oh, the Pearl, where it's $3,500 a month for a 1-bedroom. Yeah, not
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
No, I'm talking about next door, not part of the Blairs. Is another building here that I was looking online, and I was like, man, these rents are crazy. Like, what is going on? And I was like, oh, you have to only make $40,000 a year or something, like, to live there. It's all income based.
Income
Really?
control.
So what are do you recall any of the offerings?
I don't know, $1,200, $1,400 a month, something like that, and whatever the hell it was,
Is that for 1 bedroom, presumably?
something like that. I'll be honest, I saw it so long ago, I don't remember the details.
All right.
That's not a good deal. $1,200 a month.
It's. I'm thinking about my dad.
Oh, sure, yeah. Okay. I mean, it's a good deal for something like that, but it's actually like $1,200 a month is that's still a lot, dude. When I was a kid, when I was in my 20s, it was nothing to get an apartment that was $600 a month.
Mm-hmm.
That was like that's what they should be charged. Like an income reduced place should be charging $600 a month. That gives people a little bit of wiggle room. You can work one job that's not crazy, part time maybe, and you could pay your rent and live. And eat something. You're not going to live well, but you could like maybe pull down $2,200 a month and be all right.
Here you go. I just Googled low income housing apartments, Silver Spring, Maryland.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting this website that looks like a bungle website, but it has like a bunch of like apartment places listed, and it has links to them. And one of them is Cinnamon Run.
Oh boy.
Is that what it's called?
No, that's the one that Christina used to live at.
Yeah.
Out next to Kmart.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
It says subsidized low rent apartment, and then it says for family.
I'm gonna ask you a favor, Mike. Can you send me that link that you're looking at?
Of course. It's not a good link, but I will send it to you.
I am
Thank you.
certain when Christina
This
lived
is-
there, it was not a low income either.
Well, here's the thing. So I think there's entire places that are low income,
Yeah.
you know, but there's also in every single place there is like they're like, oh, we have 4 apartments and those are the low income apartments.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So maybe that's what the cinnamon run thing is. I don't know, you know.
Right.
But yeah, because like I'm pretty sure some of the apartments at my old apartment complex that I lived at prior to this one were designated for lower income, whatever, you know.
Yeah, we had section at my old place where I lived with Yesenia. We had Section 8 in that complex. So
Yeah, exactly. So it's like that.
yeah.
So yeah, Evan, that's not a good link, but I sent it to you. So,
It's a good starting point. Give me some names.
but
The
I
pores.
will try to find what I was talking about for the one right here, just so we can look at it later.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Thank you.
But yeah,
Great.
because I can't wait to kick the old man to the curb.
That's right. Put them on the streets.
Gotta start making plans. I've told him for years that I'm not his retirement plan. So we'll gotta
Jeez.
figure something out.
Yep. It's like when I used to tell my mom with the cat, like the cat. I was like, Mom, once you're out of here, I was like, Mom, this cat, he's out on his ass. You know, that's it.
He's on the streets.
Have to fend for himself.
Yep. I'm not going to buy him a $200 recliner.
Yeah.
That is not a thing that I, Michael Blower, am going to do.
Or a
Yeah.
$500 thing. Yeah.
Yeah, or a big ass cat castle. Yeah.
Well, there's that too. But I mean the thing I already bought that's out there that
Yeah.
he doesn't like. The
Yeah.
the $500 fucking
Yeah, the crazy litter
Fucking-
box.
litter box. Yeah. Oh yeah, we do need to get one of those cat things, towers, castles, whatever
Oh
you call
yeah,
them.
definitely.
Although we're gonna have to factor that into the space requirements in the
Yeah,
living
yeah,
room.
well, I mean, we'll get it last. We'll squeeze it in somewhere. All right, so let's move on. We got Nothing in Stranger Danger. What's this entertainment? His message. What is it?
Yes, I put the link in there for
shit.
any Mike. You might appreciate this. And,
Oh,
and,
God.
you know,
Oh, my God, I've
many
heard
of
about
our
this.
other listeners.
Exactly.
This is,
Oh God, exactly.
yes, that's precise, James. Precision of language, much appreciated. It is a link to a website called pureflix.com. Now, there's a lot of debaucherous corruption and sex and violence on Netflix, but very little faith-based entertainment. That is where PureFlix comes in. It's never been easier to find entertainment for the whole family. Start streaming thousands of faith-filled, family-friendly movies and shows.
Look at this one picture, second from the top, man. It is Christmas
Yeah,
with a
isn't that
capital C.
Vivica Fox?
It is.
Well, yeah, but look at Christmas with this
A
capital
husband,
C.
a husband for Christmas.
Christmas with there. That's
It's
one of the Baldwins. And
Two of the tiredest Baldwins. Like,
no. You know who the other
Oh,
guy
that one.
is?
who's
Yeah.
the other guy?
The other guy, I think,
Isn't that David
is the
whatever?
head nerd from Revenge of the Nerds. No, the head jock
yes,
from Revenge of the
yes,
Nerds.
it is. Yeah. You're
Oh,
right.
I thought that was I thought that was someone else. Okay.
Nope, you're 100% correct. That's who it is.
Yeah. So this is really bringing the Lord back into our daily lives, which I think we need in these trying times.
There's a great,
How much does this cost?
That's a great question, Mike. I don't know, but conveniently, there's a button to start your free trial now.
oh my God. There's a video series. I'll have to find it and add it to the show notes if I can. It's a guy who goes around watching the PureFlix shows and talking about how horrible they are.
Really?
Yeah. I'll have to find.
Oh,
one.
that's great. Build $12.99 a month, or you can just buy. You save like half if you buy it a year, $70 for the year.
That's what tithing? And you put money in the tray? That's a fair price for salvation, Mike.
I don't think that's how it works.
Is it though? Is it not?
I mean, this isn't the Catholic Church. Or Pureflix.com is not the Catholic Church. So
No. This is by.
How
So,
sure
no.
are you?
So no.
This is by a wonky. The guy who made this is a other weird wonky dude. Let me read you a couple titles here from. I just typed in Pureflix on YouTube. So the first one, I found a knockoff Shameless on on the Christian Netflix, homeschooled on Pureflix. Then Pureflix streaming platform for devout Christians. Christian Netflix is horrible. Reacting to Pureflix. Sam. Then here's a review of Samson, a Pureflix movie. This movie is by the guy who created Pureflix. Basically, this guy who created Pureflix, he stars in all his own movies. He stars, directs, and writes all his own movies. And I can't think of his name, man. They got a picture of him right here.
Is it the guy who's like, "Oh, hi, Mark"?
No. It's
Is it Stan Lee? Stan Lee's ghost.
Tommy Wiseau?
No. It's Cynic Snacks here. This is the guy who covers it. I'm going to put this link in here because Cynic Snacks is really good. He's this British guy.
Is it the Baldwin brother we were talking about?
No. It's not. It's a guy you've never heard of. But he's the primary face behind Pureflix. And he does a lot of the movies. He's either the ones that he hasn't bought and put on there, he's made himself. And he has like a Tyler what's his name? Not Tyler Durden.
Tyler Perry.
He has a Tyler Perry type studio where they just crank out these things. Like they just are pumping them out like crazy. And I mean, he's like, there's one where he basically like he'll take like the plot of like Con Air, but he'll Christianify it. It's fucking weird, dude.
It's funny you say that because Nicolas Cage was also in an airplane-based faith movie
Jesus.
that I don't remember the name of.
An airplane-based faith movie.
Yeah, he was an airplane pilot, and he was like flying he was mid-flight when the rapture happened or something, and he was like, I got to go find my daughter, some shit like that. It was not good.
You're making me think of the other one where it's the end of the world with him.
I was about to say 2012, but that's a different guy.
That's not that, yeah. No, this one is like, but it's very similar to that, actually. But it said there's like aliens involved or something. It's like almost a mix between 2012 and the Keanu Reeves remake of the movie with Jennifer Connelly. Or the Keanu Reeves one has Jennifer Connelly in it, but it's a remake of a movie from the 50s, The Day the Earth Stood Still. That's what it is.
Ah, okay.
So imagine take The Day the Earth Stood Still and 2012, and you get this Nicolas Cage movie. Is it called Knowing?
Knowing is the one where...
That's the one I'm thinking of.
Is that where he like...
It's the end of the
splits
world.
into different people and goes and
No,
sees
that's
the future?
next.
That's next. Knowing is the one with a bunch of okay, yeah. Where he's like, I deciphered the code from the child's diary in 1964. Everyone's gonna die.
Something like that.
Yeah. I actually did not hate that movie. And the one I am talking about is called Left Behind.
Yep. Oh boy, yep. Left Behind.
3.1 out of 10.
James Cameron? Something Cameron?
I hope not.
No, there's
No,
a
I don't
Cameron.
think so.
There's Chris Cameron, Kevin Cameron. He's
Chris
the guy.
Pine?
No, he used to be in a TV show, like a sitcom back in the day.
Kurt Cameron.
He's like the star of Left Behind.
He's a weird.
There
I
are
know he's
two
weird.
versions.
He's a some kind of Christian person
Yeah,
now.
he's a weird guy. Yeah.
Yeah, that is a different Left Behind, or one of these is a remake of another one. I remember what you're talking about now. He is not in this movie, though.
Okay.
So yeah, Evan, the one where Knowing 2009.
Yeah. I didn't hate that movie.
No, I didn't hate it either. I didn't think it was that bad actually. So, I did see a Rapture movie in the movie theater, but it wasn't that Nicolas Cage one. And this one that I watched, and I have no idea what it was called. I'd have to dig through IMDb or something to find it. But it was like, the movie was full of nobodies. Okay. But I saw it in the movie theater, and it was like these people were like at a wedding or something. And it's a whole like POV thing. Like someone's like walking around with a camera like the whole time. That's the... And half the people, like, they turn around and all of a sudden, like, half the people are just gone. And, like, the clothing is just there on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, they're all raptured. And they start hearing the, outside and stuff, like the horns or whatever. They're like, oh shit, and then like they're right around there, like demons everywhere, like snatching people and shit. They're like, no, like it's like it's a crazy fucking movie. You're like, okay, like they're like, oh shit, we were left behind. That means we're not worthy or whatever. They're like, fuck, like, oh man. Yeah, that's a crazy fucking movie. No idea what it's called. I'll have to find it later. But, anyway, all right. Well, thank you for showing us that, James.
Of course.
Evan. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Pure Flicks.
Yep.
So if you want to get your weird Christian,
God. Jesus.
whatever, then there you go. I don't know, man. It just looks weird.
It is weird. It is weird. We should we'll try to squeeze. Maybe we can squeeze one in one day.
Oh no.
We'll pick
Dude,
one. We'll watch.
Show that to your
out.
mom. I detest showing that to your mom and see what she says.
Oh, she'd probably. You know what? She has an
mom would love
opportunity to watch this type of stuff, and she doesn't. So she wouldn't watch it. I guarantee she wouldn't watch it. I mean, my mom doesn't watch HBO or Showtime or any of that.
Or
So
the
she
Hallmark
wouldn't
Channel.
watch it. She might watch the Hallmark Channel, maybe, but I don't think so.
That Vivica Fox movie was definitely on the Hallmark Channel.
Oh yeah, absolutely, dude. I guarantee 90% of these are probably on Hallmark Channel. All right. Next we have it looks like 2 discussion topics: Star Trek II and Discovery.
Right. So this past week we watched Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan, and we watched Star Trek Discovery. So let's talk first about Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan. What did you guys think of the film?
It's fine.
It's fine. James?
Very quotey. It was good. It was good. I mean, it's Wrath of Khan. It's a classic. I didn't realize how many quotes were in it, but it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. I enjoyed it. It delivered. It was exactly what it's supposed to be.
Ricardo Montalban is very well read.
Yeah, apparently.
Well, at least his character is. Yeah, I liked it. That's considered one of the better Star Trek movies, I think. And I liked it. I've always liked it. That's of course the one where we get Khan, from, which is great. A lot of 70s, early 80s clothing and hairstyles, which is hilarious.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Now, I have a question. Maybe we haven't gotten to this point in the movies, but why wasn't the Genesis device, widespread in Next Generation and beyond? Because they had several episodes where they went to planets that were painstakingly being terraformed.
They will explain that in the third movie.
Okay.
So, revenge is a dish best served cold. Not a Klingon saying. Didn't realize that. It's French.
Oh, okay.
It's
I was
French,
going to say,
yeah.
I thought it was Shakespeare or something.
Yeah, la vengeance est un met que ion dolt manager Freud.
Wow, can you send us what you're reading?
Yeah,
Manager?
And not mangle the fuck out of it? Please?
I'm gonna put it in the show notes here.
Put it in the show notes, and I don't know if you can show things to our viewers, but
Oh yeah, that's a great idea actually. That's a great idea. I will share this with the viewers here.
I mean, for the non-viewers, I guess they'll have to look at our show notes later, but la vengeance est un mets que l'on doit manger froid. Huh. Okay.
Oh god. La vengeance est un met que ion doit manager Freud.
Manager, huh? Okay.
That's his manager.
I think it says manger.
Manger Freud.
If we're gonna read it in English, read it in English. Okay? Don't insert letters. Freud, right? Freud? How do you say that?
Freud.
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 Okay.
How do you say it?
La vengeance est un mets que l'on doit manger froid.
Oh God. Freud. Freud.
So vengeance is a I don't know that word met. I guess that's dish. I don't know that one, but vengeance is a mets, I guess a dish that we have to eat cold. Yeah, manger froid, eat cold. There you go.
Yeah.
So froid is like frio, like in Spanish. It's
Yeah.
the same thing. But
Does that mean just like it's better if you let your rage sit for a while? It's more.
I don't know what it
What
means.
is this?
I don't know what it means, honestly. It sounds cool, but I don't know what it means. Even when they were like, Klingon saying revenge is a dish best served cold. What does that mean? I don't know what it means.
well, so I thought it was alluding to the duality and the duplicity. No, I'm kidding. No, I thought it was.
jeez.
He's like, oh shit, no. I thought it was like, how they say like, man, that was a cold-blooded murder. Like that was in cold blood. Like I thought it was like that.
I don't think
Like
so.
that's cold, man. You're cold.
Oh, I guess it could be.
Like
Could
that.
be. I mean, saying something cold though is like some '70s slang shit. Like, that's cold blooded. That's some like, you know what I mean? I don't know if that fits 1754. You know what I mean?
Well, it had to come from somewhere.
Maybe that's what it means. I don't know. It's very confusing.
And then, here, click on the one. Is revenge really best served cold? It's like, yes, it is. Well, it's a new study of researchers found that people are more likely to prefer immediate vengeance.
Yeah.
Ah, see?
Hot and ready. Oh, jeez.
For most, hot and ready is preferable. Yeah.
Huh.
So I guess it means, bide your time, blah, whatever,
Yeah.
and get your revenge,
Yeah.
When they least expect it.
Yes. It's a good way to say it, exactly. So that's what I would say it means, basically.
All right.
Thank you for translating.
Sure.
Mr. Freud? Whatever.
Yeah, I believe foie gras is F-R-O-I-E. Gras, G-R-A-S. Which Evan is
Goose liver.
goose liver.
That's right.
Which
you
of
go.
those words is which of those words?
As far as I can tell, neither.
Okay.
As far as I know, gras means fat.
Okay. What's the
Frog
other?
goose?
And froid, I don't know. Maybe that's goose. Oh, let's see.
Because typically that type of goose liver is produced by force feeding and making the ducks obese, so their liver gets really fatty.
Right, that's what I'm thinking. Oh, I've been hearing it wrong this whole time. It's not foie, it's foie.
What were you saying?
I was saying with an R in it.
Oh,
It's F-O-I-E. I thought it was F-R-O-I-E. So it's foie gras, which says here it's literally fat liver. So I guess
okay.
foie is liver.
Okay.
There you go.
All right.
So it's fatty liver.
yep.
Literally what you're saying.
Anything else from Star Trek?
Well,
Two?
Star Trek 2, no, I don't think so. I think we talked about it. If you have never seen the movie, highly recommend it. Go watch it. It's a good one. There was a weird deleted scene, or there was a weird scene that we're like, why does this not make sense? And I was telling you guys, there's a deleted scene that kind of helps explain it.
There
Yeah.
were actually two.
I put a link down here in the bottom here, which should have that there on YouTube.
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
So we can look at that later. Star Trek Discovery. So we had missed an episode, at least James and I had. So we watched 2 episodes this past Saturday. And yeah, I don't think James is a big fan. Evan, what did you think of the episodes?
I think there's like too much emotion and I don't know about vulnerability, but there's too much like emotion and babying in specifically this season of Star Trek, but even like the second half of last season of Discovery, season 3 and going into 4, based solely on my opinion that the way a starship should operate is like Next Generation. It's like, I understand you have feelings. Go talk to the counselor. Do your fucking job right now. Which they do that, but there's like a delay. And everyone, and you know, the crew is like, we see you. We recognize that you are an important individual. I'm like, you're a fucking lieutenant. Go to engineering and hit the buttons. I don't like that amount of coddling in Starfleet.
I mean, we could assume that this stuff exists in Starfleet to some extent, but like, let's just like forget about like being biased and saying, well, it's not like TNG. Like, I agree with you, Evan, but just throw that away for a second. It's not like an aircraft carrier would work.
Right.
It's not like a destroyer would work or like any ship in any military that exists right now. It's not even how a ship like in the Peace Corps probably works. You need people to do their jobs and do it when they're supposed to do it and not linger around, and people need to listen. There has to be a command structure. People have to listen to the captain. The captain has to listen to her boss, and so on and so forth. So, I don't know, man.
Which I do like, is you talking about the command structure was actually emphasized at the end of episode 3, I believe, when the Admiral was giving the analogy of, the Federation's like a symphony, you play this instrument, I play this one, the President's the conductor, we all have our parts, which I'm glad they sort of reiterated.
Ship is. That's how a ship should be.
But
I agree.
That's obvious, right? Like a great analogy is Star Trek. Which one do we watch where where Kirk has to go help the Klingons? 6?
The one that we watched together, Undiscovered Country?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not Picard, but yes.
I said Kirk. 6.
No,
I said
Kirk.
himself.
Yeah, Kirk. I corrected myself. Was it 6?
I believe so.
Okay, Undiscovered Country. Anyway, that one's about the Klingons, and Kirk goes to help the Klingons. In the beginning of the show, Kirk, who is now reduced to captain, he's basically told under no circumstance, no certain terms, yeah, you have to go help these Klingons. Sorry, bro. And Kirk doesn't like to do it. He's pissed, but he has words with his friend about it, whose idea is for him to go. But guess what? He still goes. He still does his fucking job. He doesn't like it. He eats crow the entire first half of that show. And then when it's time to fucking eat more crow when he didn't do the crime, he goes over there, puts his head on the chopping block and says, fuck it, I'm going to go over here, and knowing that he could take an L, Like, that's how you're supposed to do it. Like, this is like, someone who's in charge of a multi-zillion credit starship shouldn't have to be told, I don't know what it costs, if they even have money. But, someone, who's in charge of a starship shouldn't have to be told that your fucking place, the president's in charge, and that's how it is. Like, this is silly to me. Like, I'm glad they've reiterated that, I guess, for people who are watching the show. But they should be able to get that content across in Burnham's actions and not have to tell us and Burnham how to do her job. She should know how to do her job. She should not even, when they said, we're going to give them over to whatever, Burnham should be like, okay. Now, maybe she goes back to her ship and she pulls her number 2 off to the side and says, I'm a little bit peeved about this. But that's it. She shouldn't be having a conversation with the Admiral about it and telling her, like, where he's supposed to be like, well, what do you think we should do, Burnham? Like, that's not going to happen. It's not realistic. So, I don't know, man. This show's not good. But the thing is, this Star Trek doesn't care about how ships function. It just doesn't give a shit. It just like, they're just like, all right, We need to just basically what they want to do is they're going to stick their hand in your pants, and then they're going to grip your cock, and then try to give you a quick tug and make you come every time someone comes on the screen to cry. They're like, huh, give me a little jizz, huh, give me a little jizz. They're just trying to milk you, you know. The huh, you know.
They're trying to steal your precious man seed.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. It's just, I don't know. I want the show to be really good, and I'm gonna keep watching because I want more Trek. And Michael has promised me that the Anson Mount one will be better, so we'll see what happens. Michael's given his word.
I never said that.
I promised that.
Oh, Evan promised it there, yeah. Evan's given his word that it'll be better, so we're going to hold out for better Trek in the future.
Yep.
We'll see.
Now his cockon's on the chopping block. No, okay.
That's right.
Now who's getting milked?
Okay, let me insert one thing here at the end, unrelated Discovery, and I'll tag it in the show notes in a second. I watched He-Man Revolutions episode 2 or part 2, which is like a 3 or 4 episode chunk. I also watched Cowboy Bebop. Like I watched about 60% of that. I couldn't bear to watch any more of it. It feels really bad. Cowboy Bebop is fine if you don't know what Cowboy Bebop is. You might be able to sit down and enjoy it. If you have no concept of what it is, if you're a fan, you're probably not going to like it. Just leave it at that. I'm not even going to put that in the show notes. He-Man.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So He-Man, when I was a kid, I watched He-Man. It was great. I loved it. Obviously, as a, like, let's say 20-year-old, if I tried to watch it, I'd be like, oh, this is like pure cheese. It's dumb, right? Watching it as watching the remake by Kevin Smith, is even worse, just because I don't think they know what they want it to be. You know, they're okay. Sorry, I'm getting distracting messages here. I don't think they know what they want the show to be. They're just like, yeah, Skeletor and Eva Lynn are gonna have sex one episode, and then another episode they're gonna have a guy with a claw in his hand, a big cartoon claw in his hand, who's gonna say, "I'm Clamp Champ." It's clobbering time. Like that's the kind of shit that the show has. So it's kind of like you kind of watch it and you're like, what is this? What exactly is this show? So I don't know, man. I want it to be really good, but it wasn't. Kind of depressing. Yeah, kind of depressing, but yeah. Let's see what else. I'm not going to say a lot of people are having problems with it because of diversity. They're like, oh, there's a black character in it. And like, okay, you're a racist. Like I said this the first half of
He-Man?
Yeah, they added a black character. I said this the first time the show came out. Black people exist, so I'm not upset they added a black character. Black people exist. They have one black person in the show. Whoa, boo-hoo, woe is you, okay? But I do have a problem with the fact that the power systems that dictate how the show works, it's like they don't care, And I've said this many times. When you're like making a show or you're making a book or something like that, there have to be rules. That's the problem. My problem with Star Trek. One of my problems with Discovery. There's no rules. I mean, Star Trek in general has this problem, but TNG does a better job at disguising it. When you can tell in Discovery they don't actually care. They're just like it's like Discovery is a parody of TNG almost. Like let's say there's some kind of problem and they say, well, we can't stop this problem because of these issues. Then by the end of the show, they throw all that away and just fix the problem using a black box solution. That's how Star Trek in general works. But Star Trek does most Star Trek shows do a better job of disguising the bullshit when Discovery doesn't care. And the same thing happened in He-Man. So in He-Man, there's a rule that the sorceress doesn't leave Castle Grayskull. Okay? So the sorceress dies, a new sorceress takes over. It's Teela, one of the main characters, okay, who happens to be She-Ra in canon, but they're like, throw that away. So she goes into like the pit under Castle Grayskull to like give. She has to give of herself, give up her carnal desires and her natural life to become this entity, one with the power of Castle Grayskull. She goes into the water to become one with the power, and that the rule is once you to get the power, you have to be dedicated to Castle Grayskull. You can't leave. That's it. The rest of your life, you cannot leave. So she says, "No, I'm not going to do it that way. I'm going to do it another way," and then she fucks off, and she gets all the power anyway. So what are the rules? You know? And I wanted to ask, I wish I could ask Kevin Smith that. I'd be like, look, dude, there's some scenes in here that are okay. You emasculate the shit out of He-Man. The show's called He-Man. It's not about He-Man. I have problems with that. I don't like any of that, but fine, whatever. You want to make it all about these female characters being cool? Okay, cool. Establish a rule set to your world and follow the rules. That's it. That's all I ask. The show doesn't do that. It's a bad show. It's obviously, I'm facetiously going to say who's the show for, but it's obviously a show. The show is so old that it's not for anybody except for people my age. So people my age aren't used to seeing this He-Man they delivered, this piss poor product. So I don't know what they're even thinking. You know what I mean? I hope they're done with it. I hope it just dies. I hope this is the last time they do it, and that's it.
He's like, they shouldn't have done it. They did a bad job. I hate it.
They should feel bad.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, that's my review of He-Man Revelations 2 there. I'll just type in here, He-Man. All right, so we got nothing in game theory. Let's jump down to product review. Oh, this is mine. So someone sent me this on Instagram, and I was like, this can't be a real thing.
It is.
So, yeah, do you remember Futurama, the suicide booth? Mm-hmm. Someone's made that in New Zealand, not New Zealand, Switzerland, yeah. The Sarko booth by Exit International. And you get in the booth, and it will do you in.
Yep.
So,
I presume it's short for sarcophagus. I also had this article linked in my extras. It was like...
oh, you did? Okay.
This would cost you 25 cents because that's how much the suicide booth in Futurama costs. But yeah, so assisted suicide is perfectly legal in Switzerland, apparently. And I believe last year there were 1,300 incidents, usually by injection or ingestion of a substance that will put you to sleep in a couple minutes, and then a coma, and then done. Which I have no problem with. I support assisted suicide. If that's your choice, then maybe you can sign up for organ donation, or there can be some benefit to it. I don't know what all the processes are over there. But this new Sarko booth puts you out with gas, I believe. It's a small gas chamber.
They've got one with a lady and her pet in it. What the hell?
I mean, if you're going to go, you're going to take your most beloved with you, right?
Jesus Christ.
Mike, if you jump off the roof, you're taking your cat with you, right?
Probably not.
I mean, then you're just selfish. You're a selfish dirtbag.
Yeah, you're going to leave him to starve in the apartment? You know he can't open doors.
I'll leave a 10-pound bag of food. It'll be all right.
No, you let him feast on the remainder of Michael Blower.
So I gotta do myself in the apartment then.
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
And make sure you leave a fork and knife next to your body.
Yep.
The cat doesn't have any thumbs.
He'll figure it out. He'll nip at you.
Evolve or die.
Get to those soft, good parts.
The eyes.
The eyes. That's right. The delicious jellies inside. Yeah. So anyway, go out with style with the Sarko box here. Kind of silly. Okay. Next up, we have the Yum update. What do we got here, Michael?
That is actually mine.
Okay.
And this is something nobody asked for, but is apparently not bad. Arby's flavored vodka for their French fries.
Dude, I tried to buy this.
Did you?
Well, I went to their website, and of course, where they sell it, and of course, it's all sold out.
Yeah. Maybe you can. I don't know if you can buy alcohol on eBay, or there's probably a way for you to get some of this.
To obtain it in some
Yeah.
way. Yeah.
But yeah, apparently, it has especially the curly fry version, definitely has the essence enhanced with the paprika and cayenne of Arby's curly fries, and allegedly makes a damn fine Bloody Mary.
Okay. Well, we'll have to see
Yep.
if we can get our grubby little hands on this.
Yep.
Apparently, it's actually made by a distillery in Minneapolis. A craft distillery.
We'll have to check the website. I'm sure they can see. Maybe you can buy it.
Where
directly.
they buy Arby's French fries, boil them,
Oh,
put put the dregs in Burnett's vodka, and put it in a 5-gallon painter's bucket for a year
Jesus.
to age. They pour it through some coffee filters. there we go.
Arby'sVodka.com.
Yep.
And strain out the mess.
Yep.
Yuck.
$59.99 sold out.
Yeah, I'm sure there will be no restocking, at least for a while.
Yeah.
Maybe it's seasonal, but who knows? So I have two links in there. One to the article, and then in the parentheses, a review is a YouTuber tried them for himself. So
Nice.
Wow.
anyone can go
Nice.
watch.
Okay, cool. All right, Michael,
Cool.
this is obviously you right here.
In local news, no. So this is something more for James and I than Evan. Although Evan, you might be coming back this way at some point. So there's going to be a Japanese supermarket opening in Rockville.
That is so perfect.
It's called Ibisu Life. It's open at 836 Rockville Pike. Apparently, that used to be Shah and Patel Grocery.
Huh.
It's next door to a place called Mattress Frame. Ibisu Life already has locations in New York City and Aurora, Colorado.
Okay.
Nice.
So
Weird.
it says here they're going to have imported groceries and snacks. They're also going to have health and beauty products and other goods from Japan.
Sounds good. All right.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm down. I'm with it.
All right.
It's like Korean Corner, but Japonais.
Yep. All
Although
right.
half the stuff in Korean Corner I think is from Japan, but that's
Yeah.
it's fine.
All right. Next up, this is, I guess, about our time at Honey Pig.
Yes, so
Yeah.
I alluded to yesterday that after we went furniture shopping, we went to have a meal, and we had lunch, but it was probably 1:30 or 2 o'clock. I don't remember what time it was, but we were in the little shopping center in Rockville where Levitt's used to be a million years ago. Then it was a Sticks and Stuff, and Sports Authority was over there.
Mm-hmm.
All that, right? So that shopping center, there's a Giant there. There's
That's a good
honey.
giant. That's a gourmet giant.
Yes, it was. I don't see it branded that anymore. But yeah, that used to be the Gourmet Giant. That's where we used to go get our pate,
Haha.
Evan. But now they sell it right here at the Giant here, so it's whatever, I guess. But yeah, so at this shopping center, there's a honey pig. And I was like, damn, I've been meaning to go here forever, right? So we came out of the store, and they're like, let's go to Kava. I guess our friend had that on her brain. She was like, oh, let's go to Kava. That'll be good, right? Which I'm sure it would have been fine. But I was like, let's hit up Honey Pig. We haven't been there. I haven't been there in years, and I've never been to this one, So I was like, let's check it out. They're like, oh, yeah, that's a great idea. Let's go. So we go. So, we fucked up because, Honey Pig is for those of you who don't know, it's an all-you-can-eat Korean barbecue type place. So it's eating and eating and eating, And we had a birthday dinner scheduled for later that day.
Yeah.
So we fucked up in that regard but that's okay. It all worked out in the end. But James and Claudia and me to some extent were not super pleased with the service at this location. So the wait staff seemed surly, to put it mildly. And I even said to James, I was like, man, they're looking at us like this whole all-you-can-eat thing was our idea. Like, what the fuck? This is their idea. Like, I didn't invent this and say, let's, come on, and then hire a bunch of Asian people and say, let's do this, Like, it's like, what the fuck? So I don't get what they're fucking getting bent out of shape about, We didn't even order that much stuff, to be honest with you. Like, there's like 12 things you could order off the menu. Mm-hmm. And we probably ended up ordering 4 or 5 things.
Now, are there 12 possible meats or total things?
12
possible. You can get like side dishes and whatnot, I assume.
No. Yeah, no. 12 possible main meat dishes that you can order. And we probably ordered like 5 max, maybe 6. Yeah. Doubt it.
Maybe they resent the fact that
5.
Traditionally they are supposed to cook the food for you. So they're like,
that's what they were doing. They wouldn't let us cook the food.
Right. Okay.
They kept walking away with the damn tongs.
That'd be great. Like, I couldn't wait, man. You come out of there with all your fingers bandaged.
Dude, the problem is they cook shrimp, and of course the shrimp are all with their heads and everything on, right?
Uh-huh.
And they like forgot about us, or they didn't care, or whatever. So the shit was like burning.
Yeah.
It was way overcooked.
Bring your own tongs next time.
The shrimp shell fused to the meat. The shrimp was unmanageable and inedible. Michael forced down the lion's share of it. I don't know how he ate it. I fought with 3 of them, and I was like, "This is fuck this. This is fucking stupid." As soon as I saw I'll be honest with you. As soon as I saw the lady dump all the shrimps with the shells on there, I was like, "This is gonna suck."
Yeah.
Because I know. Because look, I don't care what you say. A shrimp shell is like a fucking thermos. I don't know what it is about shrimp shells, but they retain heat like a motherfucker. And as soon as I saw it go on that fucking thing, the fucking griddle's burning. There's smoke in my fucking face. I'm coughing every 15 seconds with the fucking smoke's in my throat. And the shells are just fucking roasting. And I'm like, oh my God, bro. Anybody who's cooked a shrimp knows shrimp takes like fucking 2 minutes per side to cook. Like, it's literally nothing to cook a shrimp. Dude, they left it like 5 minutes, 10 minutes per side. The shrimps are fucking annihilated. Like, they're tough, rubbery. They taste like peanuts for some reason. I was just like, yo, I can't, man, with this. I can't.
Were they marinated in peanut oil?
I have no idea.
Perhaps. You should leave a bad Yelp review.
I did.
Good.
But there's a shit ton of bad reviews up there. A shit ton.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's
like
just
at least
that location, though.
At least 2 reviews said, "I wish I could leave 0 stars." Yeah, it probably is just that location.
Virginia, really good.
Yeah, I mean, this one had 5-star reviews too. I'm sure other times it's really nice. I think we just have we had a bad staff time because the food, besides the shrimp, the food was fine. I mean, Michael, did you find the food bad?
Not at all.
Yeah, the food was good.
It was all good.
The shrimp was extremely like blah, but that was because it was overcooked and all the heads and shit were on. It's fucking gross, not deveined.
Yeah,
it's like whatever.
I always forget. I'm like, oh yeah, they fucking leave everything on these places. So I gotta remember now. Just don't even bother because I'm annoyed by having to, clean the shrimp because I'm lazy. But yeah. I mean, other than that, yeah, everything else we ordered was quite good. Had some bulgogi, some spicy pork belly,
nice,
some what else? Some kind of rib, LA beef rib thing, whatever that was. We had this, we had that.
Beef short ribs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was all very good. Honestly, it was just they looked at us like we were nothing. No. And James asked them for new plates after we dealt with all the shrimp. And like our plates were overflowing with fucking shrimp shells and shit.
Yeah.
And I didn't really catch this, but apparently James said the woman looked at him like he Like he said, "Can you go fuck yourself, please?" Like,
Yeah.
and he just said, "Can we please have some new plates?"
Yeah, we're
with that,
sitting
I'm
there
like-
with a fucking
Like you slapped her.
a shell graveyard, a fucking turtle shell graveyard all around. All the plates are a mess. And you know, if you go to one of these places, they give you, I'm gonna just call them tapas. I don't know what they're called. They give you all this
Banchan.
Korean, yeah, they give you all this Korean little pieces. So you get fucking, what's it called, Michael?
Kimchi,
Kimchi. I know you just said this. Kimchi.
Some
You get the pickled
pickled
stuff.
vegetables,
You get the fucking tofu.
tofu
Dude,
thing, whatever.
Me
Yeah.
and what's Clark? They gave us barely any in the first place. We shared what we had, and it was gone. And we're still eating, and they won't bring us any more. Like, you gotta ask. Like, bro, just look. The only person who was on, and I put this in the fucking comment. I was like, the only person who was on their game was the fucking busboy, the guy who brought water. Every time my water was low, my water was filled again. I barely had to be like, "Where's water?" It was always there. But that was just some fucking Spanish guy busboy, not any of the fucking Korean wait staff who were like, this is the pride of their country and all this bullshit. Like, just, fuck off, dude. This is ridiculous.
He's like, "I'm going back on Tuesday."
Yeah.
No, though, Evan, I was surprised. We went in there and there was no wait, which was nice. You go to Iron Age, you're probably gonna wait to get a table.
For good
Well,
reason.
Mike, for a reason, yeah.
I guess so. Although I did go to the Iron Age in DC of all places, probably a couple months ago, and I did not have to wait there. So, but that was also in the middle of the day. It wasn't at like 7 p.m. So, so that was our adventure of Honey Pig.
Glad you had a
then we
good
went-
time.
And then, and then we went to go eat. Well, James likes to have something to complain about, so he's in Hog Heaven. Get it? Honey Pig,
Yep.
Hog Heaven. So after that, we parted ways. I actually ended up going to get my oil changed because my car has been needing it, and I've been meaning to go get it changed, and I kept forgetting, and I didn't have time, and this and that, and I was finally like, fuck it, I think I have time now. Let me just go. And I just go to the place where you just drive in and they do it while you sit in the car, in Kensington.
You put a lot of trust in those folks.
Evan's like, I only take my shit to the Volkswagen dealership.
Pretty much.
Yeah, well, I don't have a brand new car, so it doesn't matter.
That's fine.
So anyway, so they've been, that's where I've been taking it the last 5, 6, 7 years. I don't know. But these days I only get my oil changed once or twice a year. So
Yeah. That's fine. I'm sure they do a fine job. I was just, in my head, I was like, one of the most vital components or items of maintenance in your vehicle. Let me have it done as fast as possible.
Yep, it's an inconvenience. But anyway, so I had that. I got there around 4:05. Had to wait, but by 4:45 I was pulling out of that place. So not bad, all told.
Mm-hmm.
And they told me that one of my rear brake lights was out, so they replaced it.
Nice. That could save you a ticket.
Mm-hmm. They're like, do you always want to replace it? I was like, absolutely.
Yep. So you trying to fucking upsell me? I know your
Okay.
game.
So, was there something more food related, or we just you put on a hat after that? What happened next?
What's going on, James? What's your?
I want Michael to
urgency
get
right
where
now?
he's going.
About
I want him to get where
about-
he's going.
About 10
he's like
minutes
in-
ago, James, you just got really irritable. What's going on?
Then I saw a ham sandwich and
Do you have to take a shit? Is that what's going on?
No,
There's something else. Have
There's
we reached the
nothing-
limit? Is 1 hour and 30 minutes the limit?
No, it's not the limit.
Okay,
But
well, I
Minus
wanted to
the
get
2.5 hours we were dicking around before the show?
I wanted to get to your birthday dinner.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's go there.
get to that.
What did you think of that?
Oh, it's great. It's great.
Tacos.
Yeah.
So
Good quality meat. I could
Yep.
live without corn tortillas ever again. And I think I was in the rudest way possible trying to make that point. I was like, so what is it with Central Americans and corn tortillas? Like, we all realize it's a less adequate tortilla, right? And they were like, well, people don't have money, so they're using corn. We don't have. I was like, okay, but we're here now, right? Like, we don't have to have corn tortillas, right? Like, we can have flour. Like, I hate corn tortillas. I hate them with a passion.
I don't dislike them if they receive the proper treatment, which, in my opinion, is a quick dip in some beef-based tomato accented sauce. You get a quick dip. It's kind of a wet taco, but they're presumably small, so you eat them in a couple bites.
So they knew what they were doing. Like Lydia, the person who made the meal for me, knew what she was doing. The corn tortillas were soft and pliable. I mean, not on the level of like a flour tortilla, but they were decently. Everything was amazingly presented and amazingly prepared. There's no question in my mind. I made leftovers, breakfast out of leftovers today. It was phenomenal. There's no question, and I'm grateful for the dinner. I just hate corn tortillas. But other than that, it was fine. It was good. It was good. Like we always have good laughs, good times. Michael was there. We had fucking a ton of great laughs. I always have a good laughs when I'm with them, so it was fun. I enjoyed myself.
Are you able to get any recipes that were used in the
No.
preparation?
I want to ask her how she prepared the meat, because she made the meat and she made this, and I'm calling it cilantro limes, but I don't know what it was. It was like a salsa, but really finely chopped. Super tasty, man. I don't know what it was. I got 2 bags of it in the refrigerator though,
Nice.
and I'm gonna put that on everything for the next couple days. So good.
Nice.
Yeah,
No, she'll tell you. I don't
I'm
see
sure
why
she
she
will.
wouldn't.
I'm sure she will.
She told me how to make whatever sandwich she made me. That one time, that was fucking bomb.
What was it?
Oh. Like fucking one of those. So it's like ciabatta bread, right?
Uh-huh.
So it was that, like, with avocado on it and fucking pork and this and that. It was fucking good, whatever it was.
Okay.
I have it all written down somewhere, but put it in the toaster oven for blah and whatever, Yeah, it's good. Okay. Well, that's all I had about James's birthday dinner.
All right.
So that's it, James. That's it for food. We're done.
Perfect.
Almost. Almost.
Evan, you got anything for extras? I thought you had something, but you said you don't.
My
no, you-
extras article was the suicide booth, so
Oh,
I
right.
just
Okay,
deleted
right.
mine.
Okay.
But there seems to be 1 or 2 more brief food topics from
Yeah,
Mike.
Michael's got a few goodies here. What do we got, Michael?
Well, okay, I put a link here. Now, this is to Walmart.com, but
Your favorite
you
store.
can get anywhere. Yeah, right, exactly. But Bumblebee, so this is exactly what I was talking about. Bumblebee smoked oysters. So
Bumblebee tuna?
this is what I, yeah, same company, but, they make the oysters that I buy also. They are a seafood concern. No.
A purveyor.
No, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what they are, but yeah. And
Purveyor of
actually,
oceanic protein.
so I just put a link in there so you guys can see that. But actually, I wanted to show you, Evan, and I put a link in here. The next link is actually to the Bumblebee
Salmon.
salmon products. Okay, and I guess we could find the hardwood smoked oysters on this site too. But so if you click on this, and it'll take you down to the first set of cans here. Okay. And so you see the red salmon one. So that's the one, that one, and the pink salmon over here, the green. Those are the ones that are usually. That's the one where you open it, you're like, this thing's full of bones, and you
Right.
throw it away. Okay.
Yep.
Right.
I did
You
that.
throw it away. Yeah.
I did that once before I realized the purpose of them. I have not bought any since, but I accept their existence now.
Okay. Well, having said that, I was at Giant. I said I was at Giant and I bought a bunch of stuff, not really that much stuff, and it was quite expensive. And one of them was that first can listed there that is new. I had not seen that before. I picked one of those up. It's the red salmon, but skinless and boneless.
Mm-hmm.
But as you can see, it's quite a small can.
I mean,
It
I would
is.
say it's a normal sized can
It's the
for
size
one
of a
meal. That's
It's the
probably like
size of a
$4.
standard tuna can. This was $6.49.
That's excessive. Although I
Right.
guess that speaks to various shortages. But I mean, I think
Well,
a good price for that would be like $3.50.
the can of red salmon next to it is probably $5 or $6.
Okay, but it's 45% bone and spinal column. So it's a trade
If
off.
you get a tall can of red salmon, which is honestly what you would normally buy,
Right.
I mean, you could buy one of these smaller ones if you want, but normally if you're making sandwiches and whatever, you would buy one of the taller cans. That's usually between $9 and $11 for one tall can. So, so this boneless and skinless one for $6.49. Yes, it is quite expensive, relatively speaking. I did not crack it open yet, but yeah, I just obviously this must be a new product. And
Now,
for some reason, I don't know why they do this sometimes, but this one, and then if you scroll down a little bit, you'll see the other one, Atlantic salmon. These are for some reason upside down, and I don't know why. So see here, I don't know if you can't really see, but I'm showing you the can here,
yeah,
and see like this is like that's the bottom,
yep.
really, and see that's where you open it, So I don't know why they do that, but on some of these.
I don't know. Do you have a definite affinity for red salmon over pink salmon?
Yes,
Okay. Well, never mind then.
it is the superior meat. No, it's the superior fish.
I was going to suggest checking out your local Costco because they probably have canned salmon as well. But a quick search on their website only yielded a 6-pack of 6-ounce pink salmon.
Okay. I mean, if you buy like this can, like you see this can here that says this orange one that says skinless and boneless pink salmon.
Yeah.
So you buy that. That's like buying a can of tuna. That's like
Right.
buying a can of like the regular solid white albacore tuna.
Uh-huh.
It's very similar, and you even open it, you're gonna be like, oh, this is like tuna. I mean, it looks the same. There's not much difference.
Let me ask a quick question about this. What is I know there's preparation reasons why one might use canned salmon, but besides like I want to make a weird salmon casserole that involves a canned product, why would you buy canned salmon? Why not just buy salmon and then cook it?
I mean,
Same
availability
reason.
is one thing, freshness is another.
And that's like saying, why wouldn't you just go to the store and buy green beans when you could just have a can of green beans in your cupboard?
I mean, there's only nothing but downsides with canned products. I don't buy any. If I'm buying vegetables, I don't buy canned products. I don't buy canned vegetables. I would never buy canned green beans. Now that might be just a James thing, right? Like, there's a lot of sodium
Could
in
be.
canned products, but
Could be. Yes. And you are now obsessed with sodium. So,
I will point
Yes.
out a personal point of canned privilege. Most of the sodium resides in the liquid, so as long as you drain and rinse, you're fine.
I guess that's true.
also, I don't know the price difference between canned versus fresh, if there is one. Is
I mean, there's
canned
gotta be-
more expensive? Is fresh more expensive?
But there's
Would
got to be an
assume fresh is
advantage.
more expensive.
There's
Huh?
got to be an advantage to fresh over canned. I mean, fresh is obviously better than canned, right? Like
Also, convenience. You can keep this, it's shelf stable for at least a while. You can open a portion. You don't have to keep, you don't have to worry about thawing a salmon fillet to cook. So, I don't know.
that's true. There are those advantages. Definitely those advantages. Keeping it for a long time. Yeah.
I am interested in the smoke-flavored salmon fillets. I'll have to keep an eye out for that.
I had not seen that before. You mean this weird flat can? Smoke flavored coho salmon?
Yep.
Yeah, I've not seen that. So that's interesting. I'll have to keep my eyes peeled for that. Or we'll have to order it off of Walmart.com. Okay. Evan, I told you, right? I found the Walmart here.
No.
Oh yeah, just
In
go down Georgia
Gaithersburg?
Avenue. No, in D.C. right here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So, what is coho salmon? I'm looking at that now. What is this?
don't know.
Is coho special
Honestly, I
somehow?
think it's a sort of like it's a cheap salmon.
Let's
It's
check.
like a
Let's
farm,
click on it.
farm bred or some shit like that.
It's like you know how dogs evolved from wolves and everything, and then there's like huskies and Akitas and stuff like it's a real
Yeah.
fucking dog. That's a high quality dog. Well, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. If Mike's doing the correct research, that
This is
coho
the
salmon
Bichon.
is like the pug. You're like, oh, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Oh, jeez. They just had to get ground up immediately.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, what is coho salmon?
Medium red salmon, soybean oil, water, smoke flavor, salt, color added. How wonderful.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
I wish they used a better oil, but I'm not surprised. I would try it once.
No, but
So
you know
it's
when
it's a different species of salmon. So there's all these different species, right? There's sockeye, there's blah, there's whatever. This is another one. Coho salmon's another different one.
yeah, but it's the color added that tells you a lot about it. Because when salmon is red, it's because of their diet. So this tells you that they're not eating what normal
Oh
salmon
yeah,
are eating.
this is for sure
They're
trash
eating,
fish.
yeah, they're eating like seed or whatever, you know.
But I've eaten much worse, and this.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
it's a new product. I'm an
White
impulse
Chuffy?
shopper.
White orange chuffy, whatever they call
Orange
it.
Ruffy.
Yeah, it's just a straight trash fish.
Yeah.
Like you don't want to gaze upon that in the wild.
No.
That's gonna ruin your seafood diet for life.
Oh boy.
Yeah. If this compound plan ever pans out, we definitely need a high quality aquaculture system,
Yeah, absolutely sure.
or at least a really nice pond for some bass or something, or we'll raise barramundi. That's a good fish.
Barramundi. Oh God.
They take a while, but that's a good fish apparently.
I'm not familiar with barramundi.
It's popular in Southeast Asia. Again, in the aquaculture circles, wouldn't expect you to know much about it.
Okay, keep it up.
Nothing I'm saying is wrong, Mike.
Keep it up. So keep up the good work, motherfucker.
Yes.
No.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, okay. So we got our smoked oysters. We got our salmons. And now we have our Star Trek deleted scene. No need to click on that right now, obviously. But if you want to want to watch Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan, then be like, why does that not make sense? Like, what's going on? Like, go back and watch this link, or just search on YouTube Star Trek II deleted scenes, or deleted scene, and you will get the answer.
Perfect.
Be like, oh, okay. And I'll be honest with you, I did not know about that until maybe like 3 or 4 years ago. They were doing a special screening of Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan, one of those like one night only kind of things at the movie theater. From that, was it Fathom Events?
Yeah.
And they did a whole like interview with somebody before the movie. And then they were like, we're going to show a special version of the movie with these added scenes back in. And they had these scenes. And I was like, oh. I was like, oh, this is wild. I was like, I've never seen this. What the fuck? So there you go.
Perfect.
Yep. So let's see. James has Pure Flix.
Yeah. So we got here Pureflix. This is a video. It's just a video to watch. It's by this British guy. What's it called? I forget what the name of the video is. The video series, but basically he reviews wacky shit. Okay. So if you hold on that, there's a picture of a person's face and it says Christians only Netflix. That guy is David A.R. something or other. Hold on, I'll tell you. Give me 1 second.
David A.R. White.
David A.R. White. He's the co-founder and creator of Pureflix. He also stars and directs in a bunch of his own movies. And he's like honestly, look, I'm sure. I don't know if this is gonna get us. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm gonna play this. We're probably gonna get dinged on it, but I don't care. Let's share the screen here, because this is like share system audio. Yeah, I think so. Okay, so what we have here is this is Beckham. Okay, a Pure Flix movie.
Can't cheat God. He knows who you are. He knows what you've done. That person you were before, that person has to die.
You are a good preacher and a good man. God will turn this around. You will see.
I know I'm not supposed to come here. I'm in trouble.
What's your name?
Tabitha.
This is new for both of us. You being a daughter, me a dad.
It's weird, right?
I'll never hurt you.
I've heard that before, you know.
Hey, what is this?
That's his actual daughter, I guess.
Broke my heart when you
Oh,
left.
God.
Don't touch me.
We must finish what we started.
No.
Tabitha, you won't get away with this. What, preacher? What are you gonna do?
Mr. Beckman. Welcome back.
It's basically a shitty. All right, that's enough of this. It's basically a shitty.
This is a
Taken?
Christian film?
Yeah.
Nice.
What's it? What'd you say, Evan?
Taken.
Well, not Taken. They're gonna kill her.
Tooken.
It's called
Called
with
Took.
John Wick.
Took.
It's a shitty John Wick.
Oh, okay.
It's a Jesus John Wick. He's like, I'm gonna kill you in the name of the Lord. Justice is mine. He who giveth thee taketh thee away, or whatever bullshit.
Dude.
You know?
Oh my God, we have to watch this movie. Like,
I do want to watch it.
We can
And
watch it.
it sounds like
seeing
Passion of the
end-
Christ 2. Crucify this.
Dude, I hope before the end scene slaughter, they show him like clutching his. I was about to say menorah, clutching his fucking prayer beads and cross. Be like, Lord, please forgive me for the sins I'm about to commit.
Dude, it wouldn't surprise me if that's in this movie.
That's why
Yeah.
we need to watch it.
It's
Yeah.
up on YouTube for buy and rent. We can definitely go watch it. Yeah, so Cynical Snacks does a whole thing on it. He does a video on it called "The Christian John Wick Ripoff Nobody Wanted." I'll link that in here too if anybody wants to see that as well. I'll
Awesome.
link that too.
Maybe that should be one of our Star Trek movie nights. But, a
We
different...
could work that in.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I thought that'd be fun. Definitely check it out. Oh God, I've done something weird here.
You know what we didn't watch this past season, and maybe we should have? Thanksgiving.
Pass.
No, yeah, I agree.
Ha
Yeah, no.
Not Thanksgiving 3,
Right.
but thanks
Or
Killing.
2. Because they destroyed all those.
Right.
It's fucking horrible. The whole Thanksgiving thing is absolutely ridiculous. If you guys don't know what that is, then I don't know. We talk about it on a previous show, and it's just go Google it. Honestly. All right. Anyway, any alibis? Any leftover bits? Any bits and bobs?
Nope.
Dad Savage.
Dad Savage.
Still need to watch that.
True that. Okay, so as usual, I'll close out the show here. If you want to get in contact with us, all our links, everything you need to know about the show is on aislepanelpodcast.com. On the right-hand side of the page is links to all the show places where you can get to the show. Our Discord link is there. We discussed that earlier. Down there on the bottom side of it, there's Patreon, Amazon affiliate link, our YouTube page where all the videos are found. And obviously, if you go to the YouTube, if you go to our website, go to iPanelPodcast.com, when you click on the link to see the episode, for instance, the last episode is up here, Dangerous Hispanic Women, and there's a link to the audio podcast and the video. Okay, so Definitely worth your time. There's all the other goodies are there for you. I'm not going to go through the whole list. Twitter, Instagram, it's all there. So help yourself to that. We will be back next week with another show. I think we're going to get back to our normal schedule of 3 on and 1 off, probably. So maybe we'll do 2 more episodes, and then we'll be off 1 week. So, but feel free to email us at... Yeah, fucking hell.
Feedback at IOPanelPodcast.com.
Feedback at IOPanelPodcast.com. I was looking for it on the website. I was like, where is it? Feedback at IOPanelPodcast.com. Feel free to email us. That goes to all of our emails, and we are normally reply pretty quickly. And I think you can comment on the website too, but you're going to get mixed in with a bunch of Russians and bots, so you probably won't get anything there. So just email us. Okay? Feedback at IOPanelPodcast.com. All right. Thank you very much as always. It's been a pleasure doing the show for you guys, and we'll look forward to seeing you next week. I'm James, and for the rest of the crew, we're out.
But we got sticks for real. We looking out for the opposition. We don't do this for mass appeal. Don't make me blast it still. I put in work, no Vladimir. They want me to lose, but I can't. Mama shed like 1,000 tears. I can't do that shit to waste. I pull up in Mercedes. Next year you gon' see me pull up in the race. All I know ball hard. Mama told me, boy, make sure you tie up your legs. Hey, when I was down bad, boy, I got on my knees and I started to pray. Now I'm breaking bread with my young vet. Where's you was a part of the gang? No, now we getting paid every single day. Yeah, I was hustling. I could turn an 8 to a 28. Let me show you. 12, they can kiss my ass. Yeah, see them lights, but you know I got the strap. Go right up, now we getting paid every single day. Yeah, I was hustling, I could turn an 8 to a 28. Let me show you. 12, they can kiss my ass. Yeah, see them lights, but you know I got the strap. Go right, I push the... I do the dash, on my way to the bag, boy, you know I push the gas.
Okay, my timing is critical. They know my rhyming is pivotal. Homie, the dash is digital, gas residual. Fire and smoke like I'm leading a ritual. You bet my cash is on. I hit the gas, I'm gone. Riding my wave. I've been stuck in my zone. I bet I blast them all. Sliding on faith. I've been finding my ways. Grinding for days. I've been out shining the hate. All of y'all wanted for praise. Stuck in a phase. Light it and turn it ablaze. Yeah, homie, you don't want no race. Nah, better to stick to your place. Yeah, want it all, I gotta taste. You push on the pedal, now I gotta skate. Yeah, all I ever known. Put me on this throne. Pinnacle. Push my buttons and that motherfucker go. What you know, what you own. Push it and I zone. Sonic booms for the room. Run it till the tomb with my goons. Smell the fumes. Y'all know what it do with the crew when we coming through. Y'all better move, make it fast. Ain't no second chance coming for your ass. Turn the ass.